Losing weight and keeping it off is no easy feat, especially as we get older. I've lost 55 pounds following the Starch Solution, and these meals for maximum weight loss are the meals that I ate during my fat loss phase and that I continue to eat to this day to maintain the weight loss. I am hungry this morning, you guys. Fortunately, I have the oatmeal pre-made. I made it yesterday. It has all the goodness in it: zucchini, cauliflower, oats. So I'll just put that in a bowl and stick it in the microwave. I do it for about 1.5 minutes, so not too long. And then I cut my apple up while that's microwaving, and I cut it up in little squares just because I like the little bite-sized pieces in my oatmeal. I had my oatmeal pre-prepped, but I didn't have any carrots done. I didn't buy any shredded carrots, and I bought those from Costco that I pre-peeled and cut off the end. So I have these ready to go. So I'll just grate some of this to put in my oatmeal this morning. I actually like the ones better when I grate it at home. All right, I have my carrots I shredded up. I used about half of that carrot, and then the apples and the oatmeal. And then with the other half of the carrot, I just pick at it or eat it while I'm eating. And then the ends of the apple, I eat those too. So I'll add some cinnamon, and I'm pretty generous with the cinnamon, and then I mix it all up, and there you have it, you guys. Breakfast is ready. Uh-oh, I think someone else wants to eat breakfast. Let's see. Little Belly wants breakfast too. Say hi, Belle. Say hi, Belle. So Belle and I are gonna go eat some oatmeal. It's out for my morning walk. Did my meditation, ate my breakfast, and now I'm walking. I usually walk before I eat breakfast, but today I was so hungry, I ate before, and now I'm having my walk. And it's cool enough today that I can walk a little bit later and it doesn't get me too hot. Because for me, I find if I get overheated, it can trigger a migraine, which is a real bummer. And so since I haven't walked in a couple weeks, my tendency would be to get out here and walk like 3 miles, go far, go extra far, walk an extra lap around the neighborhood, whatever. And today I'm just keeping it mindful, keeping it easy, going at a nice pace, and really just taking care of my body and honoring that it's been a couple weeks and a 45 minute walk is just fine for this body today. Caught me on a cooking day here, you guys. I am all out of prepared food in the fridge, so I want that roasted cauliflower soup for lunch from the Cheeky Chickpea. It is so good, so I'm gonna cook that up. I have an hour until I normally eat lunch, so I kind of want to time it to see how long it takes for me to bring this lunch together. And this will give me leftovers for a few days. So it's nice to be able to cook it and have leftovers for a few days. And having a soup for the evenings when I'm not feeling that hungry is a really nice hack, if you will, to have something that's a little bit lighter but still can fill you up, so you feel full when you're eating or when you go to bed later that night. But I'm a little hungry now, so I had these pre-cut veggies in the fridge. I'm going to eat these up while I chop the cauliflower and get this roasted cauliflower in the oven so I can make the soup up. Instead of oil, I just sprinkle a little bit of veggie broth. This helps with the cauliflower not getting dried out, but I don't add too much because then it just ends up soggy, and it also helps the pepper to stick. She does call for salt also, but I don't use the salt on this part because the celery salt adds so much of a salty taste, you guys, and if you're off of salt or you just use very little, then it can be overpoweringly salty. So you don't need to add the salt in the recipe, and you don't need to add salt to the cauliflower. I just use the celery salt, and even that I'm only going to use half of what she calls for. A Starchy sister said in the comments below she was worried because she used frozen cauliflower with this recipe. And you know what, you guys? She said it turned out so good still, even with the frozen cauliflower. I want to try it just steaming the cauliflower, but today, oven's free. I have the time, so I'm just going to do it as the recipe says. I'm going to roast it in the oven. But any way we can make this a little bit quicker and a little bit easier is always a good thing in my book. So cauliflower goes in, and then I'll get the rest of the ingredients for the soup ready. One more thing, I use this 2-pound bag of cauliflower, and I use the whole bag on that sheet. I've been craving a bit of a salad, so I chopped up some romaine lettuce leaves, just something simple, and I pre-chopped some cucumbers the other day, so I'm gonna sprinkle those on, and then I'll cut up some tomato and put some zucchini in there too, and maybe anything else I can find in my fridge that I have hanging around that might be good in this salad. Lunch is all ready, you guys. It has been an hour and 15 minutes from start to finish, and I will say that 15 minutes is probably my fault because I was turning around. I had made my 3-2-1 dressing. I was turning around and knocked it on the ground, so I had to clean up some vinegar and all of that dressing. So I made the 3-2-1 dressing. I'm gonna put that on my salad, this big huge salad, so that's gonna be yummy. And then I made my roasted cauliflower soup. On top of it, I put a medium-sized potato, adding in those starches. So this is definitely more than a 50-50 because my only starch really is the potato, but that really keeps me satisfied. And the soup is all vegetables and the salad's all vegetables. So this is going to fill me up. It's gonna be super yummy. I'm gonna pour this salad dressing on top. I used white vinegar, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. So I'll pour all that on. And probably I don't need that much, so I won't use it all. Yum, I'm gonna go eat. One more thing. To the salad, I did end up adding onions, banana peppers, zucchini. If you haven't had zucchini raw, you know I love my zucchini. If you haven't had zucchini raw, it's so good, you guys. So, oh my gosh, this salad dressing smells so good, and this salad looks so good. I've been craving a salad. You know when you're craving a salad and then you get one, it's like, oh, yummy. And then with the soup, it's the perfect pairing. The perfect Starch Solution, whole food, plant-based lunch. I just love eating this way. I want to give a little taste of the soup while you're here. Also, I wanted to say about this soup, if you do make it, I haven't added the lemon at the end. So if you do add the lemon, let me know in the comments below how you like it. Like, does it add so much? Because she writes in there 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So to me, that's a lot, and that can add, like, change the whole flavor of the soup. I like it savory, so I just haven't added the lemon. But yeah, if you do that, let me know in the comments below because I'm real curious if the lemon just sends it over the top. I guess I could squeeze a little bit of lemon on top of here just to try it out, but I just want it just as it is. So here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys. So good. And with this salad, soup and salad, this is like the perfect pairing. I shouldn't have tasted that. Now I just want to eat this up first, but I need to get into that salad. It's getting ready for dinner time, guys. So I am putting some veggies in the oven. Well, dinner's still in a couple hours, but I want to get things ready because we'll walk the dogs and then we'll eat dinner. And I like to have dinner ready before we walk the dogs. So I'm putting some veggies in the oven. I added some broccoli because I needed to cook the broccoli up. I've never added it to my tray of zucchini and mushrooms, so we'll see how it turns out. I'll keep you posted. I have some brown rice going in the rice cooker, and I have the red and black lentil chili that's cooking in the pot. I haven't had that in a while, so I'm ready to have that for dinner. It'll taste so good. All the recipes I have that I cooked today, I'll put them down in the description box below so you guys can access those and make your own maximum weight loss meals. So yummy. Karina Gonzalez asked in the comments below about my teas and what kind of tea I'm drinking right now, because she expressed that she's having a hard time getting off coffee. And I know this is a big thing for a lot of us. I got off coffee years ago, and I have to tell you, you guys, it was one of the hardest things that I have ever done. Like, I had leg cramps so bad and restless legs. Like, it felt like my legs just had to keep extending out. It was hard to sleep. I had like flu-like symptoms. It was horrible. And it lasted 2 weeks. And it's the reason that I will never, hopefully, be addicted to caffeine again, because it was caffeinated coffee. I do enjoy, and I know decaf does have some caffeine in it, but I do enjoy decaf every once in a while. The problem for me is I enjoy decaf coffee with some kind of soy milk. And so I wasn't doing that during fat loss phase. I wasn't drinking any kind of plant milks. And now that I am, I will have a decaf cup of coffee every once in a while. Like, if it's not even once a week. The teas I drink now are different than the teas I drank when I was actually getting off coffee, which, like I said, I think it's been at least 5 years now. When I was getting off coffee, I don't know if you all have heard of this. It's tea chino. I bought that, tea chino, French roast. They also have like a hazelnut one, a vanilla nut, all different kinds. And these are good. They're like tea bags. So you just put it in water like a tea bag. And these I still do like to drink though with some plant milk. Also, a good decaf chai tea. And the one I found that I really like is from David's Tea. And this is a Rubius cinnamon chai. It's super yummy. Any of these though that are like the deeper flavors that aren't fruity or herbal tea, I do like with a little plant milk. So just to let you know, Karina, like, I do drink these teas with plant milk, not just plain on their own, but they did help me get off coffee. And so what I have come to now is finding teas that I enjoy without plant milk, and one that I love with plant milk. But the Tazo tea is so good. And I have two kinds. The passion tea. This is the first tea I ever found that I could drink without plant milk, and I just enjoyed it plain. And Starchy Sisters have said in the comments below they love this tea and that they can put it just in ice water and you can drink the tea like that. You don't even have to brew it. So yummy. So I'm gonna have to try that out. Also, this wild sweet orange. It smells so good, you guys. It smells like oranges. So this is a good one to drink without plant milk. And it's, yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about it, but it's also the Tazo brand. That's what I seem to be gravitating to right now. And then, of course, you all have heard about it if you watch my other videos, the glazed lemon loaf tea by Tazo. Oh my gosh, so good, you guys. I do drink this with plant milk. You probably could do it without plant milk, but I just like that little extra creaminess because then it tastes like a real little lemon loaf cake. So yummy. So that's what I do as far as tea right now. If you all have some teas that you love, please put them in the comments below. Karina, we are with you. I know how it is to get off coffee, and I am sending you deep love, sister. Getting ready to walk the dogs. This is our little station where we put the harnesses on to take the little pups for a walk. All right, the two little ones ready for a walk. There's Loli. Lol, say hi, girl. Say hi, Lol. Okay, round two. The second batch of dogs were taken out laid. Get girl laid. We get 2 rounds of walking in the evenings. Back from walking the dogs and ready to eat dinner. Starchy husband and I sometimes eat dinner while we watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Yeah, we're those grandparents. So I got my veggies with the broccoli in there. If you all love broccoli, then it works perfectly with the zucchini and the mushrooms just baked in the oven. So easy, so good. So have this, and then I did almost a cup of the lentils, the black and red lentils, and about a half a cup of rice with some onions on top. So here's my 50-50 meal. And for dessert, I put some frozen berries out. I just did frozen blueberries and frozen dark cherries, and I let them defrost to the consistency I like. Honestly, you guys, these are so good. I love my sorbet, and I've been too lazy lately to make it. So these frozen berries are just like, oh my gosh, they're like the big treat at the end of the day. I'm really, really loving them. So I'm gonna go enjoy a little TV while I eat my dinner and then get ready to cozy in for the night. I cleaned up after dinner, took my shower, have some clothes in the washer, and now I'm all cozy in my favorite chair in the house, and I'm gonna read before bed. I like to read before I go to bed on a book, because if I look at devices or have that stuff on, it's almost like I have a buzzy feeling when I lay down in bed and I don't go right to sleep. So I usually turn off all devices about an hour before I go to bed. And also, I close the kitchen 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed. And that means I'm done with dinner, I've stopped eating, all that's done, and then I can eat the next morning. I haven't found that I ever have been so starving at night that I need to get something to eat, but that's always an option if I need to, and I prefer not to. I sleep better once my food's digested, and I just wake up feeling lighter. I just like that feeling better. So for me, kitchen's closed 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed. Tonight's book I'm going to be reading is Pema Chodron, Start Where You Are. I love her work. I have all her books, and I'm going to be reading this one tonight before I go to bed. So thank you for joining me, you guys, for this day of eating for maximum weight loss. I just love eating this lifestyle. Like, I can't say it enough. Eating whole foods is so nourishing for our bodies. I just feel my cells are just dancing for joy. I was talking to a starchy sister yesterday on a coaching call, and we were just discussing the way that we're eating is not backwards. Like, this is the healthy, nourishing way. Whole foods. Eliminating the processed junk food, eliminating the refined sugar, just getting rid of all that stuff and eating these foods that come from the earth to sustain our bodies. I just love it. And I'm so glad that you are loving it too. This is the way that feels the best so that we can live our most healthy, vibrant, energetic lives from here all the way into our healthy, full, vibrant future. If you made it this far, please put in the comments below sweet dreams so we can all have some sweet dreams tonight. I'll see you next time. So much love, Starchy sisters. Thank you for being here.